Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. As you guys know, there will be no raid series today, but of course, it's a Friday and I can't leave you without a video at all. If you've watched the stream lately, we have really been using this DT MDR 308 a lot, and this is exactly what we're going to be showing you guys today. Is the build I like to use on the DT MDR 308, plus some modding options you have to not make it that expensive and still make it really good to use. If you want to see this gun in action, I'll make sure to use it on stream, especially tomorrow on Saturday the 27th of June. As you guys know, Saturday is a big streaming day. We stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. For those of you interested, the link is in the description down below. For now, let's just jump straight into the weapon build. So here she is, our little bullpup rifle. We have called him. This is the first time we made a male gun called the Lad Cannon. I have been so much fun with this weapon, rocking M80 or M61, M62. All of it's good. Obviously, if you want to have the best type of ammo, run the M61. It's the best one for the 308. As you can see, the ergonomics on this weapon are quite insane, but there is still some recoil. You can't really do much about it. This is just a high recoil gun. So if that's not something you like, maybe look for an HK or a M4, something like that. But this is the way we run it. Let's just go through the parts and give you guys an idea on how to build this. There are a couple of things I like to change out depending on which map I play. Let's start with that. Especially the sight is something I really like to change up. So if I feel like I don't really need a long range sight, or I just feel like using the UH1, that's definitely what I throw on as just your regular red dot. But I also really like to use the little, it's not that little. Either the Bravo 4, if that's the scope you like, or the hammer sight. Either one works pretty well. The hammer sight works pretty well as well. But I normally just put the Bravo 4 because then you also have the PKO6, and the PKO6 is a pretty nice scope to have, in my opinion. I really like it. It's very accurate, and you can see it really well when the sun is shining in your face in game. Same with the UH1. That's why I like these sights. So you could decide to put on this a front mount, front sight, whichever one. I would do the M-Bus front and the M-Bus rear side look pretty cool, and they give 1 point of ergonomics each. So as you can see, you just go from 75 to 77. Not bad to choose that. I always use the same tactical device nowadays. I always use the Steiner D-Bell PL tactical flashlight, just because of the fact that it looks good with this weapon. It's not that expensive, and you have the opportunity to have the infrared sensor light, which basically means you still get the benefits of having a laser on your gun, as in a more compact hipfire spread pattern, but the enemy is not able to see it at all. For the silencer, there's a couple of opportunities here, but to be honest, the QD Wave, the Wave QD with the Wave muzzle brake, Daniel Defense Wave muzzle brake, 7.62 times 51, for those of you who want to search it on the flea market, is definitely your best bet, basically because the Wave suppressor actually gives you loads of recoil reduction, and that's something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to the actual front grip, you have a couple of choices. The Fortis is definitely the choice with the highest ergonomics, but it gives you a little bit more recoil than the than this RVG Magpul Black. I normally opt for this Magpul RVG Grip Black because it's a very good balance between ergonomics and recoil reduction, and it's quite cheap. You can get it for 83 bucks at Peacekeeper, if I'm not mistaken. And other than that, you could also always go for the RK2 for the best recoil reduction, but then your ergonomics suffer, and the RK1 is not too bad either. It has a little bit more recoil reduction than the Magpul, but it has less ergonomics. So as you can see, the Magpul gives you 4 more ergonomics and you have 3 more recoil. So that's just a little bit of personal preference. I see many people run this B25U, so the angled RK1. It's alright, it gives you a little bit more horizontal recoil reduction than the Magpul, but it's also very expensive, and you get less ergonomics. So in my opinion, just run the RVG Black. That's what I would recommend, at least. So for the grip, you can change it out, but I just have the regular one on there. I don't really care about the grip in this sense. It's just a little bit too much and it doesn't do anything. So you could try and change it out. Just to the other collar for the 5.45 assault rifle, if I'm not mistaken, that MDR, and the same goes with the handguard, but I never bother changing that out. Obviously you want to use a 20 rounder as a mag, just because of the fact that 10 rounds is not really enough, even though you can easily kill a person with 2 shots in the thorax, even through a slick, and 1 shot in the head, obviously. So it's not too bad. Let's just look at the one I've been using for a couple of raids. As you can see, I do use this angled grip. Only reason I've been using it is because of the fact that I just grabbed it off of one of these guns I found in raid, and then I think it was on this TX that I got off someone I killed, and then I put it on the DT MDR just because it looks cool, because I like looking at that. So let's just jump into the hideout real quick as well, so I can show you guys a little bit about how it shoots, like we always do. For those of you new to the channel, this is what we like to do when it comes to gun builds. I normally go into the hideout for a second. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I only have the gas lamps, which is I'm not that far into the hideout yet. We have been upgrading it a little bit, but as you can see, if you put on the laser, you can't see it right now, but there's a couple of options. So you have the red laser, you have the flashlight, you have the green laser, you have the green laser and flashlight, and then this should be the yeah, as you can see, you can barely see it, but there's a little bit of a red glow on the wall, which means if I turn that off and we look at the spray pattern, it looks something like this. As you can see, all over the place. Now let's reload and actually look at that with the production on it. And as you can see, many more hits on that little target out back. I hope you guys can see that, but in my screen, it's definitely very visible, and it really helps. As you can see, this is a very nice sight. Oh my god, I love running this sight. The UH1 is one of my favorites. I actually sometimes run this gun as a single fire as well, just because of the recoil reduction is much better than with, let's say, a hunter, and you have a very good spray pattern. As you can see, you're very much able to control from close range and even from middle range. You're somewhat able to land your shots on the target. It's not something like an M4, just keep that in mind. But since we're using M61 rounds, and it feels absolutely amazing to shoot, there we go. That's it for this weapon build. If you have any additions to this gun, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see me using this gun, seeing it in action, make sure to go down in the description to the Twitch. Like I said, Twitch is live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday for us. And then I'm trying to reach 5,000 subs on YouTube with this community we've got going. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the gun builds. Thanks for watching. Eddy out.